By now, many of you know who this man is. His name is Dr. Dao. He's the passenger who was on the United flight who was pulled off. He was the passenger who's been in the news quite a lot lately because of being pulled off that flight. He had his lip busted, his teeth knocked out, a concussion, and he lost consciousness for a while. All because he did not want to get off the plane, and he said he had to be at work. He said he had an appointment with a patient, and he could not miss that appointment by being on a layover for 24 hours. So we all know what happened after that, right? United Airlines, they came out at first saying the man was a nuisance. He was unruly. He was a distraction. And then they came out and apologized and said, no, well, I guess we shouldn't have dragged him out and broke his teeth and knocked him unconscious and gave him a concussion. So all of this has been going on. But while all of that's been going on, folks, something else happened that is very interesting. As reported in The Hill today by a writer by the name of, and I want to give this guy credit. His name is Joe Concha. Joe Concha reported on The Hill. Here's the article. It says, and it asks a question actually. It says, why did the media try to smear United's beating victim? All right? And look, this is open to your interpretation. And what Mr. Concha does is he goes through a list of things, a list of articles that were written about Dr. Dao, and kind of points something out. Look at the headlines here at the New York Post. It says, doctor dragged off flight was convicted of trading drugs for sex. Does that have anything at all to do with what happened with United? No. Look at the New York Daily News. Doc pulled from United flight previously convicted of drug crimes. TMZ. United Airlines Dr. David Dao convicted of exchanging drugs for sex. Daily Mail. United passenger traded drugs for gay sex with patient. The Washington Times. Doctor dragged off United flight was convicted of multiple felony drug charges in 2004. People magazine. Revealed. All about the doctor dragged off overbooked United flight in his troubled past. Now, you may come to your own conclusions why some reputable, mostly reputable news sources decided to go this angle with Dr. Dao. I think that it's all about clickbait. It's all about selling a story. Heck, man, the United Airlines story had run long enough. They needed something else to get you to watch their shows, read their online material, or what have you. And meanwhile, what we do is we get bombarded. When I say we, I'm speaking for independent media. We get bombarded and chastised and name-called and told to the world that we give fake news. How is any of this news? How is any of this urgent, newsworthy, or necessary, frankly? None of it is. So we can look at this two ways. We can look at how very easily they try to smear a victim in a situation, which is very evident here. That's what they're doing. They're smearing him. If he was a good Samaritan, if he did a good Samaritan act, would you read about it, do you think? No, because that doesn't sell papers. That doesn't sell clicks. That doesn't sell viewer attention like negativity does. It's just very hypocritical. And look, we know that mainstream corporate media is very hypocritical. And it's not just that it's corporate. You can have a corporation that fights to give you the best news, that fights to not be a part of this clickbait sensationalism. But meanwhile, MSM, mainstream media, is bombarding viewers with nonsense like this. They're shutting down independent media, saying that we give fake news, that we sensationalize, that we clickbait, that we don't tell the real story. What the hell is this, ladies and gentlemen? Nothing that these, I think, 8 mainstream publications where people get paid lots of money, lots of ad revenue. I don't hear any advertisers saying, hey, I don't want my ads on that thing while you destroy this man who who with this baseless stuff that has nothing to do with what happened the day he got his ass kicked on United Airlines. But they're not. The backstory got plenty of retweets and plenty of clicks. Same thing happened with Ken Bone. Remember Ken Bone, the guy who asked a question at a town hall? He had 15 minutes of fame. And then what happened? They went through his past and they found stuff to continue the conversation with. Man, article after article on Ken Bone. Just a guy at a town hall who asked a question. The media builds you up and they tear you down. They build you up, then they use fake news to bring you down. And then we, once again, because I'm a champion for independent media. I don't care who you watch, right? Whether you want to watch whomever, the Humanist Report, my friend Mike Figueredo, or H.A. Goodman, or if you want to watch Debbie Lusignan or Kyle Kalinske, or Anoa Chango, or Benjamin Dixon. I don't care who you watch. Stexon Hexenhammer 666. It doesn't matter. Independent media is where it's at. You know why? Because we get unfairly beat up on the virtual airline of the internet all the time for doing a tenth, a scintilla of this, which is what mainstream media did to Mr. Dao. I will not qualify my comments saying, oh, I don't agree with Mr. Dao's past. I don't have to, because what happened to Mr. Dao on United Airlines when he refused to give up his seat has nothing at all to do with what he did in 2004. And if you think it does, you are part of the problem. I'm Tim Black for TBTV. Subscribe to this channel.